All right, this is our third video of writing equations. I just want to kind of talk about a couple of different phrases that will help you figure out what symbol, what operation to use. First, you have your plus sign, your addition. Words that would come up that would help you with addition in these word problems. You would use things like combine or deposit. That would make you add things together. All together is a great one as well. More. I'm sure you can come up with some on your own. More than, save, total, other things like ascend. Might see that somewhere. Grew, gain. Something might be, there might be something above. It might have $3 above what you already have. Easy one. Sum, increase. Those are all words that might come up that would tell you that you should use addition, plus. What about subtraction? Subtraction, you might see things like minus. That's an easy one. We know that. You might just see subtraction. Take away is another good one for it. Again, you might have some of your own that you can come up with and put them in here. Opposite of increase is to decrease. You might have fewer, less than. Working with money, taking it out of the bank, withdraw. Well, what about multiplication? Words that you might see for multiplication, times. You might see multiply. Don't forget, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video. Each, per, as we said, $6.25 per hour. That means multiply. You might see double, twice. You might see triple. Means times 3, not triple. Sorry about that. Let's write that the right way. Triple. And then lastly, division. Words that you might see when you use division. You might see division, divide, half, group. If I want to group things into 3 groups, that means divide by 3. Quotient, that means to divide. Share, I want to share it between 5 friends. Split it in 2. Per and each as well, depending on how it's phrased. So those are all some words that you might see when working with division. So pay attention to those words, and you should be doing great. Let's jump into our last section. This is the part 2 notes. Just another quick example of what we are doing with writing equations. Hey, we have 5 take away 3 times a number is 47. Okay. Well, if we want to do 5 take away 3, we're going to start with 5. And we're going to take away 3 times a number, and we know that is 47. Okay. If you look in our phrase here, we can do that. We can cross them out. 5. We know take away means minus. We have 3 times a number, and a number is our variable. We use n. And we know is equal, and then 47 stays as 47. Okay. Then we can solve it just like we would before. So let's do that. 5 minus 3n equals 47. Well, let's get rid of that positive 5 by subtracting it. We're left with negative 3n, and that equals 42. Then to get rid of that negative 3, we divide by negative 3 on both sides, and we get n equals, and 42 divided by 3 is 14, but we have a negative, so negative 14. And you're done. All right, so let's look at this one. 5 Is means equals a quotient. Quotient is division of a number and 8. Okay, so that means 5 is the answer to n divided by 8. So if I want to write that as a problem, I could do it two different ways. N divided by 8 equals 5, or you could write it like a fraction, n over 8 equals 5. Either one of those is correct, just depends on how you want to write it. Then let's solve it. N, I like to do them as fractions. Divided by 8 equals 5. Get rid of the 8, and we're left with n equals, and 8 times 5 is 40. Last one here, the last problem for our lesson. The approximate number of calories a person burns playing soccer for 1 hour is their weight multiplied by 3.7. Okay, so we have a few things here. Number of calories and weight. Let's define some variables. Let's use C for number of calories. And let's use W for weight. Let's write the equation. We know that the calories burned for 1 hour is my weight multiplied by 3.7. And I could actually write that a different way. I would take that and I would write that as 3.7 times W, or 3.7 W. So I would get rid of this one. Remember, we try to write the variable after the numbers. I'm going to write it just like this. 3.7 W, and that equals our total calories burned in 1 hour. And that's it. That's your equation. Again, let's say that someone weighs 100 pounds. Okay, so we want to know how many calories we burn in an hour playing soccer. Well, we do 3.7 times 100, which is someone's weight, and that equals C. 3.7 times 100 is 370. So we burn 370 calories in an hour playing soccer. That's it for this lesson. Writing the equations. It's very important to define variables. We want to make sure we do that for every problem. When we're working with word problems, like real world problems, you want to also make sure that you are paying attention to those phrases that tell you what to do. If you have any questions, send a message via Schoology, comment on the video, send an email. I look forward to hearing from you.